Alright, what's going on, guys? Your boy TG. Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys my top 10 takeaways from the first half of the 2024-2025 NHL season. So we've seen a lot of great things happen this first half of 2024-2025 NHL season, such as Utah Hockey Club's debut, the Jets historic start to season, winning 14 of their 15 games, I believe. And then we got to see Macklin Celebrini and Mateo Michikov put on rookie seasons. We also seen a lot of shocking stuff this season, like the Capitals being, I think, second in the league with 61 points. Nobody expected the Capitals to have this start. We also saw a team like the Nashville Predators. We didn't think they would start off bad to the season, but they're starting off bad to the season. So it's been a lot of crazy and great stuff that's happened this first half of the NHL season. I give you guys my top 10 takeaways or my top 10 moments from the first half of 2024-25 NHL season. So without further ado, we are going to go ahead and get started. As soon as this thing loads. Okay, so before we dive into the topics, make sure that you like and subscribe to the TG Hockey channel. Make sure to follow the Hockey Talk with TG podcast on all your podcast streaming platforms. So on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. I did put out an episode yesterday because this podcast airs every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 11:30 a.m. to noon Central Time. So make sure you are staying up to date on each episode. I put out the Hockey Talk TG podcast. I will put an episode out tomorrow. And also, I made a Twitter account this month. So make sure to follow me on Twitter, or X as you people like to call it, for the latest Blackhawks news, game coverage, and content. So I do cover the Blackhawks as well. I stay up to date on the Blackhawks because you guys know I'm a Blackhawks fan. I said it on this channel a bunch of times, and if you listen to my podcast, I said it on there a bunch of times. And covering the Blackhawks, and if you're a Blackhawks fan watching this video, make sure you follow me on Twitter for all the Blackhawks news and content. I will post in-game coverage when they have their games. I will post that as well on my Twitter account. So make sure you follow me on there. And this is what it looks like. So this is my Twitter account right here. I made it this month, as you see, joined January 2025. Just a little bio right here. Host Hockey Talk TG podcast. Fanside Blackhawks contributor and reporter. I'm also a hockey sports reporter and journalist as well. So you want to make sure you go follow me on Twitter for all the Blackhawks news and content. That's it right there. So, all right. So first takeaway from the 2024-2025 NHL season, and just a heads up, I did make this PowerPoint yesterday. But number one, Leon Draisaitl's goal scoring lead. So I didn't see Leon Draisaitl score in the game last night to the LA Kings. So he still stands at 31 goals this season in 43 games. Like I said, I made this yesterday. So 31 goals in 43 games for Leon Draisaitl, which showcases his elite goal scoring ability. We didn't expect Leon Draisaitl to be first in the NHL's goal scorer, but he is. We expected somebody like Austin Matthews, maybe Alex Ovechkin, but I know he's getting old, older now. And probably like Austin Matthews, Alex Ovechkin, or somebody else. We didn't expect Leon Draisaitl to be having this run that he's already having. His performance has been really great for the Edmonton Oilers' offensive success this season. Of course, they're looking to get back into the Stanley Cup final and break that Canadian Stanley Cup drought, because it's been like 30-plus years since the Canadian team has won the Stanley Cup. Last team to do that was 1993 Montreal Canadiens, and they were facing the LA Kings. Wayne Gretzky was on the LA Kings at the time. In 1993, when the Kings faced the Canadiens, 1993 Stanley Cup Final. And of course, the dynamic duo of him and Connor McDavid has been successful for the team. has been contributing to the team's success and on the power play as well. And Leon Draisaitl's ability to find the back of the net in crucial moments has earned him recognition as one of the league's most clutch performers as well. And his goal scoring prowess has been shown in like highlight reels, showcasing his skill and versatility. How do you say that word? All right, number two, Sidney Crosby's milestone achievement. He actually broke two milestones this season, not only getting 600 plus goals, but also passing Joe Sakic on the NHL's all-time points list with 1,000 and 1,644 points. So Sidney Crosby, he continues to add to his amazing career. Of course, he's won 3 Stanley Cups. 2 Conn Smythes. He won in the back-to-back years, 2016, 2017. He continues to add more and more and more to his amazing career. And no doubt in mind, when he hangs up the skates, when it's all said and done, he will be a Hockey Hall of Famer. He now has 1,644 points and 1,317 games played. So 604 goals, 1,040 assists for 1,644 points in 1,317 games played. And of course, as captain of the Pittsburgh Penguins, Sidney Crosby continues to lead by example, contributing both offensively and defensively. And of course, we all know Sidney Crosby is a playmaker. As you guys listen to me on the Hockey Talk with TG podcast, you heard me say this a bunch of times. Sidney Crosby being a playmaker. He's one of my favorite NHL players growing up. He was one of my favorite NHL players growing up. Of course, my number one favorite is Patrick Kane. And I also kind of play after Sidney Crosby as well. Because like I said, he's a playmaker. And like me, like he reads plays, he capitalize on score chances. I try and capitalize on score chances when I'm playing hockey as well, but I'm not that much of a goal scorer. I'm kind of more of a playmaker type hockey player. Like I read plays, I have great vision on the eyes, great hockey IQ. So, yeah. And Sidney Crosby's dedication to the game and relentless work has solidified his legacy as one of the hockey's all-time greats. We all know that. And he remains a central figure in the Penguins' pursuit of playoff success this season. So far, they're only 2 points out of a playoff spot. They're tied with the Canadiens and Red Wings for 46 points. They do play today against the Seattle Kraken, who got blown out Sunday in their 6-2 loss to Detroit Red Wings. All right, number 3, Winnipeg Jets historic start. They're currently 29, 12, and 3 of the season. But still, they have had a great season nonetheless. They set an NHL record by winning 14 of their 15 games this season. So let me know if I got that part right, guys. I don't know if it was winning 14 of their first 15 games or winning 15 of their first 16 games this season. So if I didn't get it right, let me know down in the comments. But like I said, they're currently 29, 12, and 3 this season. They do play today against the Vancouver Canucks, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. And goaltender Connor Hellebuyck has been instrumental in their success, leading the league with 26 wins and a .928 save percentage. The team's balanced offensive attack features contributions from key players like Kyle Connor, who has 23 goals, 32 assists this season. Also, Mark Scheifele has been helpful for the team's success. And a few more other players in mind, but I can't think of the names. But head coach Scott Arniel, pretty sure he had effective strategies for the team's success this season. He's been coaching them really well. And the Jets' strong start has positioned themselves as playoff contenders in the Western Conference. Heck, they might even win the Western Conference. I mean, I think last season the Canucks won the Western Conference, but of course Canucks are kind of having a little bit of a struggle this season. And the Jets might possibly go on a deep playoff run. We haven't seen that before lately when they got eliminated in the first round, most recently last year to the Colorado Avalanche. 2023, they got eliminated by the Golden Knights in the first round. 2019, eliminated by the Blues in the first round. 2018, they went all the way to the Western Conference Final, but got eliminated by the VGK Vegas Golden Knights, who are tied with the Winnipeg Jets for first place in the Western Conference. But you might see the Jets go on a deep playoff run this season. We'll just have to see come playoff time. And like I said, Connor Hellebuck has had a great season as well. So still staying on the Winnipeg Jets side. He leads the league, like I said, with 26 wins. He has a .928 save percentage, and he also leads the league in goals against average with 2.02. And his consistent performances has been pivotal for the Winnipeg Jets' impressive season. He is a strong contender for his third Vezina Trophy, of course. He's won the Vezina Trophy in 2020 and 2024. And his ability to make crucial saves in high-pressure situations has earned him recognition as one of the league's elite netminders. Of course, he'll be representing Team USA for the 2025 NHL 4 Nations Faceoff that's coming in February. And his athleticism and positioning has been showcasing. Well, I didn't mean to add that part. Excuse me. Let me just take off this part. But he has had great success this season nonetheless. But I didn't mean to add that part, so let me just take that out. But still, he has had great success with the team nonetheless. So, yeah. And he might, like I said, be a great contender for the Vezina Trophy. Of course, he's won in 2020, 2024. He could win back-to-back Vezina trophies. I don't think I've never seen a goalie won back-to-back Vezina trophies before. But Connor Hellebuck could get it done. All right, Nathan MacKinnon's point scoring power. So, of course, Nathan MacKinnon leads the league with 68 points in 44 games played this season. So, 15 goals, 53 assists for 68 points in 44 games played. Of course, I think he was either second or third in the league in points last season. He's now first place in the league in points this season. His playmaking abilities have been instrumental in the Colorado Avalanche offensive strategies and their success. Of course, the Avalanche started off the season on not so much of a good note, but they got right back on track. They started finding their winning ways in the 26-17-1 of the season. Currently, third place. No, they're a wild card spot in the Western Conference, but they started off the season bad, and then they started to find their winning ways. And Nathan MacKinnon, he has that speed, he has that agility, and that makes him a constant threat to opposing defenses on teams that the Colorado Avalanche plays against. And he's been a consistent performer in clutch situations, contributing to the Avalanche success in tight games. All right, so another one, Matej Michkov's rookie season. So, like I said at the start of the season, if you watched my bold predictions video on this channel, and you heard me say this on the Hockey Talk TG podcast, Matej Michkov will take home the Calder Trophy. Don't get me wrong, I do like Macklin celebrating as well. The kid is unreal. I like what I'm seeing from Lane Husson, even though he's not scoring a lot. So I kind of describe him as a defensive defenseman, not kind of like Cale McCarr and Bouchard. But I am liking what I'm seeing from Lane Husson. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Macklin Celebrini. But I think Matej Michkov has this one in the bag. He will take home the Calder Trophy. You heard it here first, even though I kind of said this at the start of the season on my Hockey Talk with TG podcast. And he's made a significant impact in his rookie season, contributing to his team's offensive efforts. The Flyers probably will not be a playoff team, but I am liking what I'm seeing from Matej Michkov. He's fun to watch. But currently the Flyers are like 3 points out of a playoff spot, so it could be possible, but I don't see it happening. I'm sorry if you're a Flyers fan. But if they do make the playoffs, it'll be great for them because I would love to see Matej Michkov make the playoffs in his first season with the Flyers. But I don't know. It's kind of tight, really. It's kind of tight. But we'll just have to see. But I'm sorry if you're a Flyers fan. But we'll just have to see. It's tight in the Eastern Conference. It's also tight in the Western Conference. So it's pretty much like any team can make the playoffs at this point. But we'll just have to see. But his scoring touch and hockey IQ have, gained attention league-wide, and he's been a standout in rookie scoring charts. I think last time I looked at it was Lane Husson leading the way for rookies, but before that, it was Matej Michkov leading the way for rookies, and I'm pretty sure he's going to climb back up on that list. And he's going to be the future of this Philadelphia Flyers franchise. And yesterday's episode on the Hockey Talk TG podcast, I did discuss Cutter Gautier's weekend in Philadelphia. As you heard me on yesterday's episode of the Hockey Talk TG podcast. I discussed about that. I also gave my thoughts on it as well. So if you have not watched that episode, make sure you watch it and subscribe to the podcast YouTube channel as long as follow me on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and iHeartRadio. So, yeah. All right. And then speaking of Macklin Celebrini, we got to talk about the Macklin Celebrini and Will Smith duo. Not the actor Will Smith, not the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air Will Smith, not the Bad Boys Will Smith. P.S. I did see that fourth movie last year. It was a good movie. Him and Martin Lawrence, certainly unreal. I do like. It's one of my favorite movie franchises besides Fast and Furious and Back to the Future, and of course, hockey wise, Mighty Ducks. I do like Bad Boys, one of my favorite movies. But not that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air Will Smith. We're talking about the hockey Will Smith. Their chemistry on the ice has been unreal. And I'm pretty sure NHL has posted some of their highlights on their social media pages, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, all the good stuff. So highlight real plays right there from Macklin Celebrini and Will Smith. And of course, Macklin Celebrini, like I said, I made this PowerPoint yesterday. I don't know if I have everything right on here, but he does have 29 points in 33 games played this season for the San Jose Sharks. So 13 goals, 16 assists for 29 points in 33 games played. And actually, Mikhail Granlund's the team lead with 36 points. So like I said, I made this yesterday. So I kind of have some stuff mixed up. So, but he does have 29 points in 33 games played this season. And his average of 19 minutes and 46 a time on ice underscores his significant role to the team. Of course, he's going to be the future of that San Jose Sharks franchise. And of course, you got Will Smith, not the actor Will Smith, but he has 14 points in 37 games played this season, 6 goals, 8 assists for 14 points in 37 games played. I don't know if they play on the line together. If they do, that'll be great because, like I said, I'm pretty sure they make a good duo for the San Jose Sharks in the near future. And his development alongside Brady highlights a promising future for the San Jose Sharks, and they have been contributing more offensively to the team. And I'm pretty sure there'll be great players, possibly. I don't know if it's too early to say Hall of Famers, but I'm pretty sure there'll be great players for the San Jose Sharks for their long-term plans. All right, Utah Hockey Club season so far. So, of course, they moved from Arizona. They were originally called the Arizona Coyotes, as you guys all know. And then the Coyotes played their last season at Moeller Arena. And it was I believe, a 5-2 win over the Edmonton Oilers. And then they went from Arizona to Utah, brand new team, not tied with the Arizona Coyotes, no affiliations with the Arizona Coyotes, brand new team. And I got to say, I am pretty impressed of what I saw from Utah this season. I did watch that game on opening night when Utah Hockey Club took on my Chicago Blackhawks, which was a great game nonetheless, despite the Blackhawks losing. But the barn, the barn was electric. It was booming and it was buzzing. And after that game, they kind of went on a 2-3 game winning streak. Then they got shut out by the New Jersey Devils. Then they kind of went on a losing streak. And then they found a way, won some more games. And now they're currently 18-17-7 of the season, 6 points out of a playoff spot, 6 in the Central Division. I did say that they could possibly make the playoffs in their first season, kind of like how the Vegas Golden Knights made the playoffs in their first season in 2018. But to the Golden Knights 2018 roster, to Utah Hockey Club 2025 roster, the Golden Knights would win that battle. But it is possible for Utah Hockey Club to make the playoffs in their first season. But we'll just have to see. Like I said, it's kind of tight in both conferences, in the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. So it feels like any team can make the playoffs at this point. Dylan Gunther, he leads the team in goals. I did hear on Spitting Chicklets or somewhere I heard this from. I don't know where, but he will be out indefinitely with an injury. So I know that's going to be bad news if you're a Utah fan. Clayton Keller. way for Utah in assists with 27 and points with 41. And Logan Cooley has also been a key player for Utah, 36 points in 42 games played this season. 11 goals, 25 assists for 36 points in 42 games played this season. And when they first bought an NHL franchise, Utah, I was not a fan of it, to be honest. I really didn't see a point of bringing a hockey team to Utah. I didn't think people in Utah liked hockey. I was thinking more like Milwaukee because you got the Milwaukee Bucks to the NBA. You got the Milwaukee Brewers to the MLB. And why not have a professional NHL team and walk in Milwaukee? So that was like I was thinking of maybe moving the Coyotes to Milwaukee because I think that would be a great city to have a hockey team at. But of course, the NHL didn't. And then I had some other more cities in mind, but Milwaukee was at the top of my list because I really think the fans down in Milwaukee would like hockey. And it's up north, which we all know hockey's very popular up north. So I think that maybe the fans will want a team in Milwaukee. Then they can play at the Milwaukee Bucks Stadium, which I had the chance to go visit after the Bucks won their first title, I believe, 2021 against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. I got a chance to visit downtown Milwaukee and see the Bucks Stadium, see the Brewers Stadium, and it is like very unreal. And I think an NHL team would very be popular in Milwaukee, but of course, Gary Bettman had to put it in Utah. But nonetheless, I am liking what I'm seeing from Utah Hockey Club. I didn't think there would be a hockey team in Utah, but the fans certainly love it. And they went crazy in the home opener. And it's going really good so far for the city of Utah, despite the record. Vancouver Canucks inconsistent performance. So, of course, I didn't expect this start from the Vancouver Canucks. 19, 13, and 10 of the season. Fifth in the Pacific Division. They were currently in a wild card spot yesterday when I made this PowerPoint, but because of the Flames' 5-2 win last night over the Chicago Blackhawks, they jumped the Vancouver Canucks, and they're in second place of a wild card spot. And during their first 10 games of the season, they started off 5-2-3. They on a 3-game losing skid to start the season as well. So it's been terrible for the Canucks this season. And I don't know if we could still see them as a playoff team. I think there's still hope that they can be a playoff team, but obviously they got to get it together. And Elias Pettersson, JT Miller, I don't know if they're still arguing with each other, but that's going to have to stop. I mean, you're a team, you're on the same team, you're both great players, and you got to put the beef aside and contribute to the team, which I'm pretty sure they have, but they have been having a little bit of argument before off the ice as well. But defensive concerns are a problem, so inconsistencies in defensive plays have led to terrible performances. And of course, we got to see Keith Ford step up for the Vancouver Canucks. Of course, Quinn Hughes wearing the C. He has stepped up for the Vancouver Canucks as well. But the team as a whole, has got to put it together and become a playoff team. Because this is the team that I believe have won a Western Conference last season. They started off the season on a bad note, mostly because of injuries from key players. We know Elias Pettersson was out for a while. Philip Hronek was out for a while. Quinn Hughes was out for a while. But both Elias Pettersson and Quinn Hughes are off of their injuries, so they was back to playing, obviously. But I'm just saying, like before time, since those key players have been out, Canucks have been losing games. But they do play today against the Winnipeg Jets. It's going to be a tough matchup. It's going to be a great matchup, but we'll see what happens in that game. And then the Washington Capitals season success. So the Capitals have a 28-10-5 record, leading the Metropolitan Division with 61 points to their first in the Metro. Did not expect this. Like when I made my season predictions video, I had them like either in 7th or 8th place because I didn't expect the Capitals to, have this great start to the season, but it's certainly paying off. And they lead the league in goals scored with 156. Goals against, they're fourth in goals against with 111. So the offense, the defense has put on the show. And under head coach Spencer Carberry, the team has demonstrated cohesive play and strategic excellence, contributing to their top standing. Of course, Alex Ovechkin, who was on looking to break that goal scoring record of Wayne Gretzky. He's only 22 goals away, and the Capitals do play today against the Anaheim Ducks, so hopefully he scores in there. He got goal number 873 in the Capitals' 4-1 win over the Predators Saturday. Ethan Frank also scored his first NHL goal in the win as well. Made his NHL debut last week against the Canadiens, and then Saturday he scored his first NHL goal. But Alex Ovechkin continues to lead by example for the Capitals, as he's still on pace to breaking that goal record of Wayne Gretzky's 894 goals. And as for playoff-wise, the Capitals' strong performance has solidified themselves as serious playoff contenders. Of course, last year they made the playoffs. They got swept by the New York Rangers, who, of course, are having a struggling season as well. They got swept by the New York Rangers, who, of course, are struggling this season and not doing so good. But the Capitals didn't expect this start from them. But like what I'm seeing for Washington, I don't know what changed for the Capitals to have this great start, but it's certainly paying off for them nonetheless. And I'm pretty sure the fans get their money's worth every night. All right, guys. So that is going to do it for this video. So, of course, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on my top 10 takeaways. Do you agree with some of these? Do you disagree with some of these? Anything you'd like to add on to this list as well? Anything that you would like to add on to what I said before that I didn't say? Leave a comment down below. I want to see you guys' thoughts on this, whether you agree or disagree with my top 10 takeaways or not. I would always love to engage with you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe to the TG Hockey channel. Make sure to follow the Hockey Talk TG podcast on all your podcast streaming platforms, on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio, airing every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 11:30 a.m. to noon Central Time. And make sure to follow me on Twitter, or X as it's now called, but I still like to call it Twitter because that's what it used to be called. I know it's called X, but I'm still calling it Twitter. But make sure to follow me on there for the latest Blackhawks news, game coverage, and content. Because, like I said before, I do cover the Blackhawks, and I do stay up to date on this team. And you want to make sure that you follow me on Twitter. If you're a Blackhawks fan watching this video, for the latest Blackhawks news and content. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of Hockey Talk 2G Podcast. And, yeah, see you guys next time.